Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and we have great news, man, out of Beijing. This is the start of the new era for Alibaba, man. And I'm also gonna put in companies like Nio, like Tencent, like JD.com. This is a new era from them. This is gonna be huge moving forward. Look at this headline. Beijing leaves antitrust out of the 2022 economic goals, focuses on technological development. And that is key, man, because remember, people were saying that they are stifling innovation. They're stifling entrepreneurs. They're holding them down. Remember, that was like a big critical thing that people were saying about Xi Jinping going into 2022, 2021. They were focusing on all the anti-monopoly policies. That was one of their goals, to stifle all of that anti-monopoly stuff that was happening with Alibaba, with Tencent, and everything. So now you see Tencent opening its servers to Alibaba. We saw Alibaba stopping that whole monopoly structure that they had going on. You can only buy on Alibaba, or you only can put your store on Alibaba. You can't put your store on anywhere else. So that's what the government is setting up, man. So let's get into this article. But before we do, guys, can you please like this video, subscribe to my channel, man? I'm going to be providing you with so much new content, man. Come on, click it right now. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So we have to read this, man, because this is amazing. The government continues to emphasize technological self-sufficiency and innovation as it seeks to address slowing growth amid pressure from Washington. So remember what they just did. They lowered the reserves in the bank. So now there's more money in the system. The banks are able to loan out more money. So what are people going to do? They're going to start spending more money, getting that economy rolling again, probably getting up to the 10%, 11%. And that's their focus this year. Remember the goal of Xi Jinping like last year? Was they had like a whole list of stuff they wanted to do. And one of the things they wanted to do was actually stop all the monopoly behavior. So now they took that off their plan. So I think they're in a good place. And we're going to see companies like Alibaba and Tencent have that kind of overhang out of the way. And that's a good thing, man. China's top policy-making body emphasized the country's drive for technological self-sufficiency and innovation to address economic growth in 2022, shunning mentions of antitrust and disorderly expansion of capital. So you see how they're actually stopping that disorderly expansion criteria or wording in their documents. So now the government is actually looking for companies like Alibaba and Tencent to actually be more self-sufficient and actually addressing innovation head on, because they want the economy and social benefit to expand. And that's what we're seeing from the words of Xi Jinping and the CCP, speeding up the implementation of technology policies, tackling key technologies, and improving supply chain resilience are among Beijing's top economic goals for the year ahead. So that is amazing, man. And they really kind of tackled all that technology policies. So now they're trying to make the supply chain resilient. So the supply chain is going to come back and then not bother Alibaba, not bother Tencent as much. They're actually boosting technological self-reliance remains an important goal for Beijing as the government prioritizes economic stability while continuing to grapple with protracted tech war with U.S. tensions and Washington have strained trade relations. The meeting notes mention strengthening companies. So you look at the wording that they're using now. Do you see how it's so much different? They're focusing on strengthening companies, improving technology, more innovation, self-sufficient companies, all working together in the Chinese economy for basically the better good, the greater good of the economy, the greater good of the people. So you can just see how the role is kind of reversing from all the stifling of innovation that people were saying and basically trying to stop all the monopoly practices. So things are going in the right direction when you're just reading this article, because that's what they're writing in the CCP letters, saying this is what they want. Disorderly expansion of capital and monopolistic practices as the key economic goals for 2021. So those words, the wording is left out on the new policies, man. So this is amazing news as Xi Jinping gets his new term. All the disorderly expansion that companies were doing, he basically stifled that, but now he's looking for more advancement of technology and more innovation, more self-reliance as kind of USA and kind of China kind of go back and forth until they get that stuff organized. So, in my opinion, this is a new era for Alibaba. They're gonna be able to just flourish. Alibaba, Nio, Tencent, all the China's tech stocks are gonna rise. They're just gonna flourish now. They have more leeway. So that's what I'm seeing for 2022. I think this is really great news for any Chinese tech company if you own it, man. So tell me what you think about this article. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and get back to you in the next video. Peace.